Okay, hello and welcome to Saturday. Don't mind me itching myself the entire video because it is mosquito season down over here in Georgia. Okay, so I promised you that this Saturday I would be explaining some specific techniques on how to astral project, okay? So my name is Bradley and thank you for tuning into the video. Please like and subscribe if this kind of topics and material helps you become a better person, okay? So let's start with how we're gonna astral project, okay? So basically, the way that I was learned and taught and the method that I have used in the past to successfully astral project, I had to practice this method for about a month, 3 months. I can't really remember, but it was definitely not overnight. I will tell you that. I did this technique. It's a nighttime technique. It can also be done first thing in the morning. So first let me explain to you this. If you haven't watched my other videos, I suggest you do that because in those other videos I explain some topics of philosophy that help you understand the consciousness behind all this. But when you go to sleep at night, your body every night goes into sleep paralysis, okay? And sleep paralysis is something that your body biologically has evolved to do so that at night you don't act out your dreams, okay? That's what they say. So when you go into sleep paralysis, you pretty much lose conscious cognition of your body. And your body just goes on autopilot while your brain consciously perceives, quote unquote, what it wants. So the goal of astral projection is to maintain consciousness during the transition of 3D to 4D perception at night. Now this doesn't always have to happen at night, but it's easier to put your 3D body to sleep because it's already going to sleep, as opposed to like in the middle of the day sitting down to meditate and doing it. It can still be done, and I've done it before in the middle of the day. This isn't something that has to be done, but I suggest for a new aspirer of astral projection to practice what I'm about to explain as this technique at night or first thing in the morning. So when you wake up first thing in the morning, wake up and the way if you're going to do it in the morning, don't wake up to an alarm, wake up naturally, and as soon as you open your eyes, try not to even open your eyes. If you wake up in your brain, don't open your eyes, and then go right back to sleep and start practicing this technique, because at that point your brain and your consciousness is still like in between, slightly gaining vibration, but you can put it back down easier. It's easier to get back to where you were. And then when you're going to sleep, you're going to want to do this like 30 minutes. To when you start feeling tired, don't go to sleep a little bit before you're like just about to pass out, okay? Because you don't want to fall asleep, but you want to be tired enough to where you can relax your body without having to like consciously relax your body. Now this is for, like I said, new beginners who struggle with meditation. So basically, we're going to start with the technique now. That's a little preface. The technique is this. When you go to bed, you lay down in your bed. And you lay down in your bed with your arms apart and your legs apart in a starfish position. So if I stand up real quick, it's like that, you know what I'm saying? Your legs are spread apart. So you don't want any of your body touching it's yourself. And theoretically, you don't even want your fingers touching yourself, so you spread your fingers apart. And sometimes what I do is I'll put 2 small pillows on my hands so that I don't have to worry about my fingers wanting to be folded up. Because you want your body to be as relaxed as possible. You don't want to have any conscious muscle movement, awareness, or anything. You want to forget that you have a body. So we do this every night, okay? This isn't something abnormal, but the abnormal thing for most people is staying conscious through this process. So you are now laying in bed, starfish position, and the goal is to not move. Don't move, which sounds easy, but if you've ever tried to like go to sleep and you get antsy, that's what happens when you lay down and you try not to move. You will get antsy. But basically what's going on is you'll lay down and you'll put your body in the position of a starfish or whatever. None of your limbs are touching and you're comfortable. You're not fighting anything, right? Gravity has fully pushed you down and you are laying down, okay? And you're all comfortable and everything. So now you lay down and you close your eyes and you begin, quote unquote, meditating. So you want to focus on your breath and you want to focus on your breath, and then every breath that you breathe out, fall deeper into the bed and relax even more of your body. And make sure that you're relaxing all of your body, including your face. You don't want any muscle to be tense. You want to release all of the tension and consciousness from your muscles, starting from your feet to your hands to your face. Now your face will probably be the most tense thing that you will have to focus on untensing. So like your mouth, your tongue, your eyes, your ears, your cheeks, your mouth. Naturally, when we fall asleep, unless your head is positioned the right way, your mouth will want to fall open. So you really have to get comfortable so that you can just, you know what I'm saying, let go, okay? So you're laying down in the position, you've been breathing now consciously, you can think about things in your brain. This isn't normal meditation, this is, you're putting your body into sleep paralysis. So in order to put your body into sleep paralysis, you have to trick your brain that you're asleep, because your brain will send out little test signals to your body to roll over, move your leg, move your finger, twitch your face, you have an itch on your face. It will send out all these little signals to see if your body is still attached to your consciousness for the night before you start dreaming. Because it's kind of scary being in sleep paralysis, so your body doesn't put you in sleep paralysis unless you're not aware that it's being in sleep paralysis. This is why a lot of people don't know that you're in sleep paralysis every night. So basically, you have to breathe and relax your body so much that your brain thinks you're sleeping. And then it will send out signals to your body, testing to see if you're going to react to those signals. So you can't react to those signals and you can't tense up. Because let's say you're like fighting a really intense craving to itch your face or like move your leg or something like that. Sometimes you'll like tense up and you'll hold up, and that's not what you want to do. You just want to release, let go. And the more that you let go, the quicker the sensation of your brain testing you will dissipate. So the more you show your brain that you're asleep, the less it'll test you, and the more it'll just be like, all right, this dude's asleep. Let's just run him into sleep paralysis and let's get going. We got a lot to dream about. You feel me? So the steps, recapping, is laying in bed, starfish position, relaxed, breathing, relaxing body, forgetting that you have your body, tricking your brain that your body is now asleep. So you're fighting the signals. And then once you have successfully fought the signals, you should start feeling a creeping anxiety starting from inside of your stomach, creeping and roaming outward until it encapsulates your entire body. Now this anxiety that you're feeling, it could also be explained as a feeling that your entire body is becoming concrete, starting from your stomach and your internal like heart center to radiating outwards until it encapsulates your entire body. This is sleep paralysis. This feeling that you have anxiety, this pressure, this little feeling that you're becoming concrete, that's sleep paralysis. It's okay. This is desired. The fact that you're feeling this means that what I'm telling you is legit, and what the person told me is legit, and the person that told them is legit, and whoever the fuck found this out, it's amazing. But your body goes into sleep paralysis, okay? So let that happen. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let the sleep paralysis happen. and continue relaxing yourself while it's happening. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't start fighting it, because if you do, you're just you're backtracking. Okay, so you fought the signals from your brain. You're now fighting the sleep paralysis, and you're not fighting it. You're letting it happen. But it's a combat. You have to consciously fight and relieve these things that are happening. And they are slightly anxiety feeling, because those twitching feelings, you have to ignore it. The sleep paralysis that feels like you're fucking becoming concrete, like, you have to ignore it, and you have to understand it's part of the process. So now you're conscious past the point of sleep paralysis. Okay, so you're still laying there in the same position you did when you started, which at this point should be approximately around 30 minutes. Okay, 20-30 minutes to get to this point. So now you're in sleep paralysis, and this is where things, I don't really necessarily have a concrete way to explain that this will happen to you, because it kind of happens at different stages for everybody. But once you get past the point of sleep paralysis, you are now kind of in a waiting room. Okay, so while you're in this conscious state in sleep paralysis, you can start, either you'll lucid dream, or because you'll fall asleep. Like, if you don't remain consciousness enough and you don't stay with your intention, and you're not strong in your consciousness, and you're not doing certain techniques to detach your body, you could just fall asleep and lucid dream, which happens majority of the time. Okay, but let's say that you're succeeding really well in what I'm about to tell you next. You will detach after sleep paralysis. That's where it happens. Okay, but there's one crucial moment in between detaching and sleep paralysis that is crucial. Okay, so at this point, when you're conscious past sleep paralysis, you have to use quote unquote meditation. Okay, so at this point, you can't, or you shouldn't, if you're trying to succeed in what I'm trying to tell you in this technique that I'm explaining. Once you're conscious past the point of sleep paralysis, you should void out your brain. And what I mean by that, don't think about anything, think about nothing. And then think about what that nothing looks like. So while you're closing your eyes, you'll see nothing. And if you start thinking about things, you'll see things, right? You'll think about your dreams. You can dream right now and you'll see it. It's okay. It won't be so vivid because you're not in it yet, but you can see it coming. Like, you can see it gaining brightness and stuff like that. But don't let your brain wander at this point. Every moment up till this point of sleep paralysis, your brain could have been thinking about things. It doesn't matter, as long as you're getting your body to go into sleep paralysis. Because you don't need to have your brain voided out to trick your body to go to sleep. You just need to be thinking about things in your brain, to the point where you're not worried about your body and you're just worried about your thoughts. And you can meditate up to that point, but I just want to let you know that it doesn't matter to think about things, as long as they're not giving you anxiety, causing you to tense up, or getting you excited. Whatever, stay calm. But after sleep paralysis, void your brain out and experience the nothingness that is. Okay, so if you've watched my other video that's going to be coming out after this video, which technically you can't watch, but if you watch the video that's going to be coming out tomorrow, which is the next video, what is God, you'll understand the nothingness a little bit more. But after sleep paralysis, void your brain out, experience the nothingness, and then embrace the nothingness and breathe with your heartbeat. And I swear to God, those things will cause your body to experience the detachment vibrations. Now, the vibrations are the most amazing things other than astral projection itself, because you're just, at this point, you're just watching a dude talk about some crazy shit on YouTube. But if you actually try this, you will get to the point where you vibrate and you'll feel what I'm talking about. And honestly, the first time that it happens, you might just get so overwhelmed that you lose your meditative state and you mess up that night's worth of meditation practice. Okay, But it's just amazing that this stuff actually works. It's biologically true. Now, what we describe, what we're seeing, it's hard to say like where that's happening, whether it's a mental hallucination or it's an actual perception of a realm. But that vibration state will convince you to not stop practicing. So if I give you any advice to a beginner of astral projection, get to the point where you're consciously in sleep paralysis and then void out your brain or do any other technique to detach. But the technique that worked for me was get into sleep paralysis, void out your brain, experience nothing, and then try to see the nothing and focus on the nothing. You'll see what I'm talking about when you do it yourself. But the nothingness is almost like a light. It's almost like an embracement that you just need to watch happen. You just need to experience the nothing come and take you. Or maybe you're going towards the nothing. I can't really tell. But you'll see what I'm talking about when you get there, or you'll experience what I'm talking about, perceive what I'm talking about when you get there. But void out your brain, experience the nothing, visualize the nothing, embrace the nothing, let it embrace you, and then you'll probably feel the vibrations. Now when the vibrations happen, just let it happen, and then just let it happen. I don't know what I did to detach. I've tried other methods like the rope method, visualizing a rope and climbing up the rope. I've tried visualizing myself in other places, but the only technique that's worked for me is embracing the nothing and let the nothing take me out. And then, at that point you should be experiencing something of an astral projection. So whether it's an embodiment of the astral projection or a visual astral projection, because there's two different types of astral projection. There's astral projection where you're actually in an astral body, and then there's astral projection where you're just perceiving through like omnipresent situation of like eyes, like you're an astral projection set of eyes as opposed to a body. If you guys have any more questions, that's pretty much it. Sorry that I just picked my nose right there. It was more of an itch than a pick, because there's nothing on my fingers. I wasn't looking for any gold. I was just itching my nose. But that's how you astral project. I can show and tell other techniques if you want, and by techniques I mean detachment techniques, to get yourself out of the sleep paralysis zone into the vibrations, into detaching, into experiencing. And I will also have another video this next Saturday. I guess Saturday will be like my astral projection days or something like that, but next Saturday I will explain my experiences with astral projection, and I will also share with you other methods of detachment that I've learned but technically haven't worked for me that well. But maybe they'll work for you, so I'm not going to not share them. They're out there on YouTube. You can look for them. That's that. Tomorrow I'm releasing a video on what is God and why have we evolved to restrict our perception of consciousness. So if you want to watch something like that, then tune in tomorrow. But if not, and you're just an astral projection connoisseur, I'll see you Saturday. Have a good day or night.